Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Today we're chatting about Fernandez files, so I'm going to take a look at a few stories that I thought were of interest for the day's news. So this includes a house fire, a fugitive arrested in Omaha, and a crash on I-80. So let's start with a video of this house fire. So you can see a lot of lights in this. Omaha fire crews responded to a blaze this morning after residents caught fire. Crews were called to a home near Ohio and North 15th Streets. This happened around 4:45 in the morning. Now, upon arrival, crews saw flames blowing out of a first-story window, and then those flames were moving towards a roof. The blaze was out in about 15 minutes, so that's the good news. Now, we did receive a release into our newsroom that says no one was in the house at the time of the fire, so that's good. Also, no one was injured. Now, it does appear, according to the Omaha Fire Department, they say that it appears the residence was under construction at the time of the fire. Damage, unfortunately, for this estimated at $32,500, and the cause of this fire is currently under investigation. So a close call there for residents. Thankfully, that fire was put out without a hitch. So I will say, moving to our next story, this is on our website, WOWT.com, and that's where you can go for more information on this story and several others throughout the day. This is the story of the fugitive arrested. I'm going to keep her mugshot up here while we discuss this story. So this Wisconsin woman was wanted in connection to a death investigation in Ohio and was actually arrested Tuesday by Omaha police. The woman on your screen is Janelle Nelson. She is 52 years old, and she's facing charges of felony assault and manslaughter in Ohio. So she was arrested here in Omaha. She was booked on charges of being a fugitive from justice, and she is appearing in Douglas County Court today, or she did rather appear this morning at 9 a.m. Now, the Beaver Creek police reported that a social media post led them to the discovery of where Nelson was. So they say a license plate reader helped police track her as she was moving towards Nebraska. And they do believe this woman on your screen here is connected to the death of a 50-year-old Ohio man who was killed around 9 p.m. on August 22nd. A release said a gun seized from the vehicle she was driving was believed to be used in the killing. And Beaver Creek police say they plan to bring her back to Ohio as soon as possible, where she will be tried in court. So that's the second story that I'm following today for Fernandez files. Now we're going to head over to this last story about a car crash. And I'll show you this video full screen for you as well. So it's kind of difficult to see. It is from our NDOT camera this morning. 2 people are injured, unfortunately, after an early morning crash that happened this morning. It happened around 1:45 a.m. on I-80 near the ILQ ramp. So you can see all those lights there. Again, apologize for the blurriness of the video here, but we did take this from the NDOT camera from this morning. Unfortunately, 2 people were injured. Thankfully, their injuries are not expected to be life-threatening, and 6 News is still working to find out what led to that crash. So these are the stories that I thought were interesting today for the Fernandez files, the top 3 stories that matter to you. The first story we covered today, a house fire. The second, a fugitive arrested in Omaha. And the third, you just saw those flashing lights if you're just joining us, a crash on I-80. So I'm going to switch gears a bit now. Let's take a live look outside. We still have that 6 First Alert weather day coming up on Thursday, but today looks pretty beautiful out there. Mostly sunny and humid with a high of 90, so we're still bracing ourselves for those hot temperatures. Let's take a look at the Missouri River. Tonight, mostly clear, says Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord, with a low of 74. And then taking a quick look at the Desert Dome here as we gear up for our 6 First Alert weather day on Thursday, so that's tomorrow. Rusty says expect increasing clouds, a 30% chance of spotty storms after 2, and then an 80% chance of more organized line after 6 p.m. So here's the alert here, wind and hail potential. So, you know, we've just been battered with heavy wind and hail and all that tornadic activity of late. So make sure to take note of this with a high of 91. So something to pack your patience for when that comes. Also, do want to just note the Huskers preseason game is coming up this Saturday with the starting quarterback Dylan Raiola. Kickoff is at 2:30. So Rusty tells us it's going to be warm in the 80s for the afternoon and not all that humid. So it sounds like the perfect day if you're heading out to Lincoln to watch the Huskers play. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining me at the Alert Center. I'm Jacqueline Fernandez, and we'll have more for you on our first broadcast this afternoon, 1 to 3, with our Dave Zavolinsky. Until then, have a wonderful day.